Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we have a interesting battle. It is a very small funds, I think like 5,000 gold, 2v2 on this Grimmenhagen map. When I was making my army, I picked the dwarves just because I love the dwarves. And just to say, this is not a quick battle, though I will be throwing it in the quick battle, quick playlist just because I don't have another one. But perhaps I'll make a multiplayer battle one playlist at some point. But for now, we'll just throw them in with the rest of the quick battles. I have a main line here of dwarf warriors. I think I have 6. And I couldn't really go any more expensive on this because I brought a rune lord with all of his abilities, so he'll be buffing everybody up. And to kill any heroes coming after him, I have a unit of miners. And so that'll be their job. I also could afford 1 unit of rangers, and I have them out in front. My ally here is the Empire, and he has this is very hard to see, he has a Grey Wizard and a General of the Empire, both on horses. He has 3 swordsmen and 3 crossbowmen right here. You can see here a mounted yeoman for the enemy. We're going up against Bretonia and the Greenskins. Definitely an interesting combination. So you can see some mounted yeomen over there, and some mounted yeomen over here. As for the Greenskin lineup, he has 3 Squigherd on this side, and 3 on this side. 2 on this side. He has a Night Goblin Warboss, a Goblin Big Boss, and a Nasty Skulker unit, and that's all he has. And then the Bretonian player, I think he has 3. It's so hard to see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 Peasant Bowmen, 2 Spearmen at Arms, a Trebuchet, and a Lord on foot. Definitely weird to see that. But we were just all trying to save a bit of money. And so there was a small opening volley from the Trebuchet, but we quickly got hidden again. And me and this Empire player really don't know what to do. So we're just kind of sitting up on the hill for a little bit, hoping to get some sort of idea of where all these units are hidden, because neither of us have any cavalry. And if we go through the middle, it will probably get picked apart. Something to be aware of. And so over here, this player is going to do a great move here and see my rangers that are kind of out in the open, and they're going to get charged by the Goblin Big Boss and the Squig Night Goblin Warboss. But I am going to get a Rune of Wrath and Ruin out on this mounted yeoman unit, and it is going to absolutely just destroy it. Like, it was at full health. I didn't even get engaged with anything. And you're just going to see some horses start dropping here. Not a lot of horses dropped, but the hit points there. Massive damage, so definitely glad I got that off cooldown. Pretty harsh hit there from artillery. Going after my ranged units, which is a good move. If they can get the ranged units off the field, then their peasant bowmen can just pick us apart. Definitely, potentially should have brought artillery. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. It would have definitely been a good move. Here you can see they're going to move up with their troops as they open fire. Grey Wizard out here scouting. I'm kind of spread out a bit, and we're fed up. We can't sit back any longer. We're going to charge down straight through the middle. And meet them out in the Death Valley here, which is not probably going to be the best decision. You can see my miners here taking a ton of damage from the artillery. But I'm just glad he's not shooting at this blob here. I need to get out of this choke point as fast as possible. strange to see goblins and Bretonians in the same thing, on the same side. My rangers are opening fire here on this peasant bowman, but he's going to be smart and move back. My rune lord should probably be buffing these guys, but he hasn't yet. Still got a unit of dwarf warriors here covering my rangers, but there is nothing covering the back of these crossbowmen for this massive squig and yeoman charge. I'm going to engage here in the front line. There's not really much else I can do. They have the range advantage, but I am going to pop the Rune of Wrath and Ruin on these bowmen and try and start doing some damage. So you can see great side flank shot here from the archers. Luckily, there's some spearmen back here guarding, but they are going to be facing the... Oh, they're facing the correct direction. So they're going to meet these squigs head on. These yeomen are going to get around them and into the crossbowmen. Here you can see my ally using Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma. Definitely good use of that spell. The nasty skulkers are going to get in here and start routing, but this is all doing a good job of holding down my dwarf warriors as they get shot from above and from in front. You can see good damage here on all of my dwarf warriors already. Not what I'm looking for. Withering there popped, but there are 5 squig units back here, so we are definitely afraid at this point for our back lines. You can see I moved my miners in to help and my dwarf warriors in, but they got charged by 5 squigs almost, and so they're almost gone. And I'm bringing this dwarf warrior back to help as well. I'm buffing up everybody with my rune lord, and he's in combat with this night goblin war boss. My rune lord's definitely not going to win this fight. Rune Lord should not be in any combat whatsoever. But there's not much I can do. Not really anywhere for him to run. We're kind of trading evenly at this point. But he is getting great shots in with his peasant bowmen into the flanks. I'm going to run away through my own troops. Try and not lose my Rune Lord, because that would spell the end. Here the Bretonian Lord is picking apart my dwarf warriors, and they're getting shot in the back. Not really much I can do about it. But we are kind of slowly dealing with the squigs. And I'm going to run my Dwarf Lord back, kind of sacrificing this blob of troops as I open fire on the bowmen. You can see I gave up fighting the Lord, and I'm going to charge these guys. Get rid of as much ammo as possible. I'm definitely glad he's still shooting at my Rune Lord, but the artillery here is going to do some good damage against my blobbed up troops. I think here I popped another Rune of Wrath and Ruin on a squig herd and did a good chunk of damage. Oh, here my dwarf warriors get intercepted by some nasty skulkers. And so if they get the charge off, they're going to break my warriors no problem. My rangers here are taking too much damage, so I'm going to move them back. And we're going to try and just double team here, triple team with the mages and the Rune Lord, the Goblin Big Boss. Try and get rid of him. As the spearmen come back, my dwarf warriors in the middle are going to be wrapped up. Without the buffs of the Rune Lord, they're not really going to do much. The hero in the mix. 2 heroes in the mix. Oh boy. Not looking good. Balance of power, luckily still pretty even. The Empire player still has 3 crossbow units. His hero's chasing this Goblin Big Boss. And I've still got, oof, devastating shot there. I really don't have very many rangers left. Nasty skulkers keep coming back. And his crossbowmen do get caught here. They get charged out a little too early. Another Mystifying Miasma, definitely a good target. We need to get those off the field so we can get to the archers. I'm going to be charging down, trying to save the archers with the rest of my troops. But it's not looking good at this point. Now we're going to try and mob the Goblin War Boss. Oh, but that Trebuchet just like lightened me up. Here my Rune Lords fighting the Goblin Big Boss. I need to get these heroes off the field. Ooh, I think remaining yeomen charged in, but I cast another Rune of Wrath and Ruin on them. So they're going to go down. I needed them off the field so potentially the crossbowmen could come back and save the day. But it looks like they're going to rout here. And here you can see finally the Goblin Big Boss is going to go down. Luckily the Bretonnian player kind of fell back. But he's going to sacrifice this unit, this peasant bowman, to come try and help. But the 3 heroes here are going to be too much for this Night Goblin War Boss, and he's going to rout too. But my Dwarf Warriors are going to intercept these guys. Though they are out of arrows, so good use of Peasant Bowmen. Again, just delaying more and more. These nasty Skulkers back again. God, it's awful. You can see here I have almost nothing left. I have my Rune Lord. I've got this Dwarf Warrior unit. And that's really it, and my Rune Lord. I've got some miners. My ally has his heroes, which is good. But this Grey Wizard not doing too well. But is able to shatter the Goblin Big Boss, and that's going to be all that it takes, I think, to shatter these guys, yeah. Greenskins have nothing left, so now it's just us versus Bretonnia. But look, they do have some ammo left, a decent amount. The Trebuchet has ammo as well. Archers do not, so definitely probably not the best choice for mystifying miasma. But you can see just how great those flanking shots with the bowmen are. Even though they're armored, it still does a lot of damage. I'm going to come in here, I think, drop my Rune of Wrath and Ruin on this Spearman at Arms to try and get him off the field. And then I'm going to just charge straight in for his Lord, knowing that I have the support of the Grey Wizard, and soon to be the General of the Empire. And I know if I can break this Lord, then these Peasant Bowmen are going to stop shooting. You can see all my buffs going off. It's going to make the Rune Lord very difficult to kill, at least in the short term. Some volleys coming in from above. The miners are actually going to do pretty good at sniping out heroes. His general is going to be going after some Bretonnian infantry, leaving me the support of his swordsmen. Oh god, just devastating. These smaller battles are fun. I definitely think they're interesting. It shows you kind of a different side of all the factions. I definitely think Bretonnia is a good one to bring because it has such cheap and varied infantry. Or at least varied cheap infantry. It only has cheap infantry. So definitely like that choice. And I like the emphasis on the bowmen and the emphasis on cavalry that the greenskin player brought. So in combination, I think it's a pretty good team up. I think me and my partner were just lucky there. And I was able to get off enough Runes of Wrath and Ruin here with my Rune Lord to shift that in our favor, wiping out almost 2 mounted yeomen, I think, and doing some good damage to one of the archers, cutting off some of their ammo. Definitely important. You can see here, it really didn't get many kills. I'm pretty sure it doesn't count the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Or at least, I don't know, hit point damage, it doesn't quite count. You can see good kills here on 3 of the Dwarf Warriors, but really the others didn't do anything. Amazing kills here on the Peasant Bowman, 84, 108, 81, 85 on the Trebuchet. Oh god. Just all those flanking shots in the fight in the middle, and there really wasn't anything we could do about it because they had the ranged advantage, and so we had to head up there in the middle and do what we could. I wish I could see the amount of kills that the Squigs got. I don't think they did as well as I believed. I think we were able to see them off pretty effectively. But anyways, thanks for watching that multiplayer battle. Low funds, and that's that.